Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make this really delicious eggless coffee caramel cake. In a bowl, take half a cup of softened unsalted butter. To this, add 1 cup of sugar and use a fork to mix everything together. We do not have to make it really fluffy and buttercream like. To this, add 1 cup of plain yogurt or homemade curd would do as well. Mix it together. To this, add 1 tablespoon of instant coffee mixed in 1 tablespoon of hot water. Make sure that the coffee mix is not very hot, it just can be a little lukewarm. To this, add about 2 cups of all-purpose flour. We're gonna sift our flour. This is really important because we're not using any egg in this recipe. We need to make sure that we incorporate as much air as we can. To this, add 2 teaspoons of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Use a spatula and fold everything together. Be very gentle, do not be really rough with this, do not overmix. At this point, you can preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius for about 10 minutes. Take your baking tin, grease it really well. You can even use a parchment paper. Into this, transfer your cake batter. If you do not want to take a risk and cut your cake into layers, you can just bake it in 2 different batches, but today I'm going to make everything together and show you how to cut layers. So I'm going to put everything together in the cake tin. Once you're done putting your batter into the cake tin, tap it gently so that you can remove the bubbles from the cake. Now we're going to bake it in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. While the cake is baking, we're going to make our caramel sauce. In a pan, take half a cup of sugar, a pinch of salt. Let it cook at very low temperature. Once the sugar starts to melt, take a spatula and mix it together. Once the sugar has attained a really nice golden color, to this add 1 teaspoon of butter. Adding butter slows down the cooking process so the caramel is not going to burn. Mix it together. To this add 200 ml of cream. And mix everything together until it's smooth like a caramel sauce. For the frosting, we're gonna take about 400 ml of cream in a bowl, whip it into soft peaks, add in your powdered sugar and whip it into stiff peaks. Once this is done, we're gonna add a room temperature caramel sauce and a bit of instant coffee. You can alter the amounts of caramel sauce and coffee in your frosting according to your liking. Gently fold it, do not knock down all the air, do not use a whisk, just use a spatula. Once the frosting is done, keep it aside. My cake has baked and it's been resting for at least about 30 minutes. Make sure that your cake's at completely room temperature. My cake's about 5 cm tall, so I'm making markings at 2.5 cm. Making markings makes sure that you make the layers really smooth. Now use the markings as a guideline and use a really sharp knife to cut through the markings. Place little pressure over the top of your cake with your left hand and start cutting with your right hand. Go through the cake and take your time, do not rush through the process. If you're just starting to cut your cakes, you'll need a little more time. Once you're done cutting your layers, take the cake board or whatever you want to place your cake on. Add some frosting into the bottom. Make sure that the flattest sides of your cake are the bottom and the top. I'm not removing the caramelization from the top of my cake. If you want, you can remove it. Place generous amount of frosting on the cake. Use a bench scraper to spread it down into a really smooth layer. If you do not have a bench scraper, you can even use a piece of acetate or some kind of spoon or something in a kitchen that's a little sharp and flat. Once you're done smoothing the frosting, place the top layer of your cake. Place some amount of frosting on the top of your cake. This is going to be the crumb coat, so we need a really thin layer of frosting here. Use a bench scraper again to smoothen it down. The scrapers I am using in this video I've got along with my cake tin. I'll link down the product in my description box below along with the detailed information about the measurements of my ingredients. Make sure you remove all the excess frosting. Now we're gonna let this chill for at least 30 minutes in the refrigerator. If you're in a hurry, you can chill it in the deep freezer for about 10 minutes. Now we're gonna make the final layer of our frosting. So be very generous with your frosting this time. We're going to start with the sides. Use a spatula to place some frosting on the sides. You can even use a piping bag here. We're going to use the bench scraper again. Make sure that the angle of your bench scraper is about 45 degrees. If it's completely 90 degrees, you're going to make scores and it's not going to look really smooth. Make sure that the sides are really smooth and nice. Once the sides are smooth and nice, you can pull down the edges of the frosting onto the top of the cake. This makes sure that you have really nice and defined edges. Place some frosting on the top and smoothen it down again. Be very generous with the frosting this time. Keep doing this until you're satisfied and you do not see any gaps or air bubbles. I'm using a comb-shaped bench scraper here to make some pattern on the sides. This is totally optional. Transfer your caramel sauce into a squeeze bottle and place it on the edges of the cake. Apply some pressure onto the squeeze bottle so that it drips gently onto the sides. Make sure that your caramel sauce is at room temperature, it shouldn't be hot. Once you're satisfied with the drip, make spirals on the top of the cake. This does not have to be perfect. Use a toothpick to draw lines across the spiral. This gives a really beautiful web-like pattern on your cake. You can be really creative at this part. Here I have some chocolate sprinkles. I'm going to place these at the bottom of my cake. Once this is done, we're going to chill it for about 30 minutes so that it sets really well. Once the cake sets really well, place some caramel popcorn on the sides. Be generous with the caramel popcorn, it's going to make your cake really pretty. I've made the sea salt caramel popcorn at home. If you guys want a recipe, please write down in the comment section below. That's it, our eggless coffee caramel cake is ready. For more delicious recipes like this, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel.